Welcome to VCS IT Solutions Private Limited. My name is Krishna. I have 10 plus years of experience in IT development and training. Today we are discussing about Python virtual machine like as a PVM. What is PVM? Okay, PVM full form Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine. Virtual machine. Okay, what is the virtual machine? It is a one engine. It is a runtime engine. It is a runtime engine of Python. It is a runtime engine of Python. It interprets, it interprets the byte code compiled from source code, compiled from Python source code. Okay, it is a one runtime engine of Python. It interprets the byte code. It interprets the byte code compiled from Python source code. Python source code. The PVM executes the PVM executes bytecode executes bytecode okay bytecode allowing Python programs to run on different platforms to run on different platforms without modifications without modifications. The PVM executes the bytecode, it allowing Python programs to run on different platforms without modifications. Okay, how Python interpreter works internally. Now observing very clearly. Okay, we are writing one Python program. Just I am writing one Python program, print a hello world program. Print a hello world. This is a one Python file. This is a file. This file name I am saving like as a demo.py. Now observing very clearly, this is a source code. This is a source code. This is a source code. Okay, next observing very clearly how to run the Python file simply by using one command. Which command we are using? How to run the Python file? Simply Python space our file name demo.py. This is a command to run the Python file. Now observing very clearly, this is a Python interpreter. First one here, lexer, parser, lexer. First one is lexer. Next one parser. Next one compiler. Compiler. Lexer, parser, compiler. Okay, next observing very clearly, lexer to parser. Next parser to compiler. Compiler. Lexer to convert our source code into like as a tokens, token generation. Token. Now parser to generate the syntax trees and the compiler to convert our source code into byte code. Okay, now here we will generate a demo.pyc. This is a byte code. Byte code. This is a byte code. Okay, it is generate the tokens. It generate the tokens. Our source code lexer converting tokens, and it generate the abstract syntax trees. Abstract syntax trees like as a AST, abstract syntax trees. The compiler takes the abstract syntax tree and converting into byte code. Next one, the Python virtual machine. The Python virtual machine. The Python virtual machine like as a PVM. Python virtual machine. It takes the input as a byte code compiled from source code. Compiled from source code. Okay, this is a PVM. This PVM loading the libraries and packages. This PVM to load the libraries and the packages. Load the libraries load the libraries and packages. Now the Python virtual machine takes the input as a which one? Byte code. This byte code is converting into mission code. Okay, the mission code will be in the form of like as a zeros and ones combination. Okay, now the processor, our processor understanding, this is our processor. Processor takes this binary format data, and the processor takes this information and process this input data, and it gives the output. It gives the output screen. This is the output screen. In the output screen, just to display the hello world. Just to display the hello world. Hello world. Okay, this is the output screen. This is the Python interpreter works internally. Okay, first source code. The source code compiling. The compiler takes the source code. This entire is interpreter architecture. Okay, this is a Python interpreter architecture. The compiler take the source code .py file and converting into bytecode .pyc file. Okay, compiled Python file. Our Python virtual machine act as an intermediator between our source code and mission code. Okay, takes the bytecode, and bytecode is converting into mission readable format like as a binary format like as zeros and ones. The processor understanding this binary information and process that information and it gives the output. This is about Python virtual mission. Python virtual mission. Okay, it is a runtime engine of Python. It interprets the bytecode compiled from Python source code. Okay, our source code file extension is .py and bytecode file extension is .pyc. What is the benefit of converting this bytecode? The PVM executes the bytecode, it allowing Python programs to run on different platforms without modifications in the source code. In the source code. Okay. Thank you guys. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates. This is my